When I came here a few days ago, one of my pre-missions was to interface with those who were utilizing the oxen. And it was really surprising for me to see these youth in their teenage years who have brought these untrained oxen to a semi-trained condition. It was extraordinary. When youth are often distracted by so many interests of the world, these youth have decided to give their valuable time to give these oxen a place. So you could say that the kind of breaking in of the oxen had been done. So my role was really just to perhaps help with some of the fine tuning. Maybe I thought I could show them some techniques that will make it easier to yoke the oxen, and particularly how to drive the oxen and train them from, I suppose, codes I found in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's interesting that in this book that's leading people to the highest levels of God consciousness has a number of snippets of information that unlocks so much practical detail about cow protection. And one particular, or a number of similar type verses come to mind where it talks about you control a bull by a rope to its nose. So it may sound a little controversial to use a nose and a rope, but in practice there is a beautiful, revealing symbiosis in that process, and I witnessed it many times. That when you use that system to drive a bull, it becomes beautiful, actually, in the sense that it's so natural for them to be you could say directed that way. So my interaction with these youth was to show them that magic, that if you are cool-headed, and you're firm and kind, but you follow this particular technique, these oxen will just mellow into the program, so to speak, and it becomes such a natural thing for them. The oxen in training, they're not sure what they can do. It's a new phenomena, being yoked, being driven. They're a little anxious sometimes what's to do. And coupled with that, sometimes the youth, they're also a little anxious about what the oxen are going to do. So that combination led to, you could say, there's a little double anxiousness. So I'm trying to give them confidence that to work with the oxen in a certain way, and very quickly the oxen will just mellow and be completely subdued and happy by this working process. We see it all the time, that oxen that are regularly used, they come to the yoking area, they get their yoke, they go out to the field, they do their work, they come back and they're a satisfied ox. So here we're working with the youth to develop their skills so they can take the oxen out and doing some agricultural work, pulling carts. So the oxen are already integrated in the society, but because I have a little more experience, then I'm sharing that confidence with them so they can carry it further in their own practical application. So it's quite an asset, from what I can see, to have youth who have found this interest in working with the oxen. And I find it very, very encouraging, not only for that they're doing it now, but for the well-being of the community to have such a close interest in working with the oxen.